Stargirl, Series 1, Episode 5, titled Hourman and Dr. Mid-Nite. This episode is pretty damn good. I mean, there's certain things that I'm not on board yet with. Like, definitely when it comes to meeting our new Dr. Mid-Nite. Well, not meeting, but we've seen them in several of the episodes. But this is when we fully have a full episode with this character. And that is the new Dr. Mid-Nite, which is Beth Chapel. And I'm not on board yet on Beth Chapel. She just feels too like a stereotypical, like, hey, we're gonna have this super hypo teenager, and this is what it's gonna be like, and no one wants to be her friend. Her friends are her parents, and that kind of thing. And you feel like she's just a cookie cutter character than a fleshed out character, to the point I'm like even, and sometimes she just act like a bit, not immature for her age, really. She, is doing the whole thing of like, this is scary, and you're like, oh my god, are you meant to be like 15? For me, I hope her character arc is like, this is where she is at the beginning of the season, and when she is fully Dr. Mid-Nite, she has, there's a level more confidence, there's a level of this, there's a level of that, that finds her more. And because so far, Beth Chapel, I'm not a fan of that character. But Wick, on the other hand, which is our man, with Tyler, his story in this episode and his motivation. I immediately said at the end, I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, we meet our Batman in this show. We meet our dark, broody hero in the show, because Wick is a teenager who's full of anger, and he is the son of the previous our man, Wex Tyler, and who he believes died by a fatal car accident. Well, the truth is Santa Grundy, but the anger that Wick has, it's so, you feel the pain, you know the truth, because we see what actually happened, and it's the whole thing of, what happened, he believes it's one way, and you just like, no, that's not how it goes, and you feel the pain and the frustration that he has out through the episode. And I love how he just says, I'm not looking for justice, I'm looking for revenge, and you're like, yep, this is gonna be a real interesting take. I mean, how you can see the pain that his stepfather has on him. I mean, the stepfather of Wick, you could tell he was like, okay, I'll take care of him for a couple of weeks and everything's going to go back to normal. And no, 9 years later, he's still taking care of this kid he's beer belling and drinking beer like nearly every hour of the day. He's an alcoholic. He's harassing waitresses at a bar. Like, there's a scene where he's like, trying to flirt and juice a woman, a waitress at her job at the cafe, and you're like, oh dear. Like, first I'm like, clearly this guy doesn't know what no means no, because he's pulling the ribbon across, but trying to undress her a little bit. But you like Jansen, that it's one of those, it's a really, and of course the ending scene where he finds out the truth is just, this is real. Finding out the truth, it's absolute wonderfully well done. It's just, I can't wait to see Grundy in full action. Like, we see glimpses of Grundy, understand so budget wise, but I can't wait for a full episode with him. Like, not for like a good old action scene where it's like Santa Grundy, my guess with swipes, but yeah, this is absolutely, it's a good episode. It's a really good episode with a really good emotional style towards it, and yeah, it's just the Beth character I'm not crazy about yet. And maybe it's like, hey, I like all the Injustice Society members except you. It could be that whole thing, but and they don't show up in this episode. Wick or Beth. So it's not like last week's episode. And also, this is not an episode that has a lot of action. So if you're the type of person who's like, I need a superhero fight scene every episode, it ain't that. It hasn't happened since like episode 3, really. So and clearly the saving the budget a little bit, but yeah, this is good episode. Good episode.